it was horrid. But we started ripping off and scraping and pretty much touching every surface of the building. And Mirella was working daytime job, but I did this basically 12 hours a day for 4.5 months. Here are some before and after pictures of the space. And like I said, there is a total of 500 square meter. We removed this ceiling here and got this nice concrete grid, which was a surprise. We have original flooring and yeah, basically leaving as much as possible to get this, like the history is still here relevant. This is the kitchen and the bathroom, which used to be a pitch black Metwurst smokery, is now this very large and light bathroom. We have, so this is our home. We have, I have 2 children and Mirella has 2 children, and they all have their own bedrooms and stuff, but this is also a space for events. This was clear from the beginning when we bought the place that we want to have our own stage and a space for performances, but also maybe exhibitions in the future. Until now, we've had mainly different types of music performances, and there is a seat for 50 to 60 people in the space. And it's become really popular. We almost always have a full room. I mean, it doesn't take so much because it's only 50, 60 seats, but anyway, and we have people coming from Helsinki as well. So not only our local friends. Loviisa doesn't really have any, well, it has very few spaces for culture. So I think that's a reason why we have become so popular so quickly. And yeah, we have had, this was Charlotta Kerbs and Sanjay, yes, from India. And this was a collaboration project with a contemporary circus from France called En Votre Compagnie. This was a duo from France, Mami Jota. And yeah, here you can see our very happy audience. The way how we organize these events is through an organization called Loviisan taiteen tukiyhdistys, which I am the chairperson of. This is an organization that's been in Loviisa for, I think, 30 years already, but all the members or the board of the organization has changed approximately 6-7 years ago. So none of the founding members are anymore left. So we have kind of like taken over, and the main activity is running a residency, which you see in this pink building. It's in the very center of Loviisa, and it's an international artist residence called Art in Love is the name of the residency. And we have space for, we have 3 bedrooms there and a joint kitchen and joint working space. And the residency has been running for 2 years now, inviting artists through open call from wherever. And also, so the basic idea of the residency is a bit maybe different than others, is that there always needs to be a local connection. So when we have an open call, it can be anybody from Loviisa, or it can also be, it doesn't have to be an artist, it can be an institution, like for example, a daycare once invited through an open call an artist to come to the residency and then create an artwork together with the daycare. But mainly it's been artists who have been inviting somebody, and then we have the financing mainly through Svenska Kulturfonden, but also artist at risk artists. And when we do these collaborating projects, there is also money for the local artists. So it's not only inviting people here who then stay in their own bubble. Instead, we always want to have some kind of collaboration and also an artist talk. And these artist talks we have organized in our Nakkikartano. So Mirella she's the one who is used to being on stage. She has been interviewing artists and they have been telling about their work, and also mixed with some music or sometimes the artist is making a live performance or something like this. And the events are free mainly. So always when we organize the events in Nakkikartano through this organization. So we apply for money through the organization, and the organization is paying the artists. And so this way we can offer free events which are open for everybody. We've also, because you can imagine that our electricity bill is quite high, with 500 square meters and 6 people living here. We've also started to organize these kinds of, cultural rehabilitation days for groups. And so far we've had, in these pictures, you can see a group of nurses who have come here, and we've made some flower arrangements and some paintings together, and just allowing this, talking about the history of the sausage factory, and then allowing them to have this creative day. Here they were supposed to find some detail in the building and then paint it. Also, I've had workshops where groups have come and made art sausages. So instead of meat sausages, now we make these sausages out of clay, and then they are spray painted. And also these other types of workshops, and also workshops with kids. Here are some. This was also a workshop with children where they were allowed to make these big temporary sculptures. These are pictures from my studio where I work. So this used to be the space where the sausages were packed and distributed, and there's a platform like where the trucks can come and pick up the sausages. But nowadays the trucks come and pick up my art materials for exhibitions. And as you can see, I love plants. Here are some pictures of my working desk and where I work. We got this tandem bike. We found it here in the house when we bought it. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that basically everything in the renovation, because I have a very strong this need for not buying anything new. Everything is bought from secondhand from tori.fi. So the first thing we did when we bought the house was to buy what's it called, peräkärry, like what's it called in English? Yeah, I don't know, the thing you have in the back of the car to take stuff. Anyway, so we got this. So we bought all the even the tools, the bricks, the paint sometimes, all the appliances, all the furniture, everything is either found from the sellers of the building or then bought from secondhand. This was very important to me, yes, since I also recycle all my art materials. Upcoming events at the Sausage Factory is, if you want to come, February 8th, there will be a one-woman show with Katri Oikarinen, and there will be later in the spring Ounaskari Krugfors Takamaki trio, which is Nordic jazz. in April, and 26th of April. And then Mirella is going on a Billie Holiday tribute tour to Porvoo and also to Vaasa. And my exhibitions will be Helsinki Biennale in summer, and then my big work, which is Big Botanic in Rauma. It's this Lennström Art Museum's project, which is they decided Lennström's Art Museum in Rauma decided to stop their museum or like to not have walls anymore around 6, 7 or 7, 8 years ago, and instead put their money to one art project each year. So they're financing this with 100,000 euros to create a kind of a dream project each year. And I was selected for now 2025, and this will be a big, from the outside, it's a sculpture in the very center of Rauma. When you walk inside, it's an environment and an installation, but it's also a space for live performances and workshops. So it's going to be this big temporary artificial greenhouse. And it's going to be open October and November of 2025, so 2 months in the autumn. Of course, I have to show you our meat dog, our meat sausage. We have our pölse, and every presentation should always end with a picture of a puppy, and this is the one on the right is a puppy that we are expecting to get in 3 weeks, who is moving here. And isn't she cute? It's the one on the right. So this was it, and I think I spoke very, very quickly, like I tend to do when I'm a bit nervous. Here are the contact information. So this is my website and Instagram and Mirella's Instagram, and also the Facebook page of the sausage factory. So it's called Vanha Makkaratehdas. And the Facebook page is where we mainly post the events. So when there is something coming up, there will be an event in Facebook, and then also in Instagram, Nakkikartano. Yeah, I think that was it. And please, if you have some questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Thank you so much, Pia. And I was one of the lucky ones who got to visit Nakkikartano last fall. So I guarantee that it's worth visiting, and the activities are very interesting. Now, there are some comments in the chat about the braveness of you renovating it, and I saw many reactions on during your presentation on the expositions and everything. Now was there a hand? There was, yeah, I'm admitting some people here, but there was a comment. Was it Barbara?
Yeah, it was me. Sorry, I hope that I don't disturb you. Hello, Pia. I wanted to only tell today I didn't prepare to be in a camera, so please don't look me. I am now calling from the kitchen, which is near to the Elimäki in the small Ratula village, and I am working in the same kind of place where you work, but because to Loviisa I just go for shopping. And I thought, oh my God, I don't know this project, how this is possible. It is absolutely amazing, stunning. For sure, I have it now in my calendar. This February 8th, I am coming to visit there. And I would be very happy to meet you and see your amazing project. And I am very happy that you did all this work because it is really stunning, and congratulations. Right?
Great. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you so much for the comment. There is one common question to everyone, and it seems to be by Alex maybe. And I actually had the same note. My version was, how easy was it to get the local community to participate? And Alex is asking each speaker, do you find it challenging to involve local communities in the rural areas? And because it seems to be the key thing in when you're working in a remote area. So Bekim and Valentina, would you like to answer first, and then Pia, if you have any comments?
Yes. Yeah, I don't know if we have still a lot of experience with it, so I hope that. But I mean, can be challenging. It depends also, you know, the peculiar characteristic of you know, the individual, and then the background, etc. So it depends who you are approaching for your project. And maybe a suggestion is to be as clear as possible and try to find a middle way to communicate. And I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, the project of Awake mural painting. A person, a location manager, helped us out to find the barn and, you know, communicate with the owner of the barn. So in that way, a local helped us. So also you're
always needed a direct connection, and maybe also collaboration with another association that maybe in a day-to-day routine with the local community.
Or an individual. Like it's good that you have connection in the your own connection to reach what you are aiming for. And
and if I may add that in our case we are willing to bring the art outside to have these open air exhibitions and installations and so on. So I think in that way it speaks more or more directly to the big audience. So not only during the opening or the release of some artwork, but it will be in a long term, let's say, so the people can go at their own pace and have a direct and intimate relationship with the artwork. Yeah. So I think in that way it's everyone can be more free to go there every now and then and check it out.
But I was thinking also about involved during the art process that can be more tricky.
Yeah.
And but if I can be honest, I found also difficult to engage with the Vasa public and Vasa city. So, you know, it depends. Yeah, I mean, of course, the main target group that is close to art is more easier involved. And then if you are aiming for another kind of public, you should find your build your connection and try to involve in not in another way, but find the
creative way.
The right communication for it. And the research with the community now for what is left Temple of Memory is starting now, so we'll see. I already received a feedback. The man that was afraid when he understood there was art involved and an artist, but it was my fault, so I understood that I had to put very clearly what we need. And in a way, you know, that you have to know with who you are deal with and you have to communicate with. So if I know that is a person connected to art, I would be more, you know, free to express myself in that direction. But if it's not, then I have to find, you know, another way. And it depends also. Yeah, I don't know if we answer something interesting, but yeah.
Yeah, thank you. No, I think that is, you're making the clear difference between, you're emphasizing the importance of target groups. So it really is the key in everything. In GAP, we think about the events and everything, that who do we organize them for? So the target group is the magic word. But Pia, would you like to add, how about working with the local community and how to get them involved?
Yeah, I think it's a lot more easier in a place like this than living in a bigger city, because yeah, it's small and it's kind of like everybody knows the ape. We've been in the local paper so many times, and also since the art events are always scary for the larger public. So when we have the residency artists here presenting their works, then it's all only this kind of art bubble people who come. So people who are involved somehow in culture through their work or are themselves artists or like this. But then for when we have events at Nakkikartano, which are jazz music or whatever, like not contemporary art in that sense, that people find quite sometimes difficult to understand, but more popular events, then we have like people from all groups and all parts of society here. So yeah, I find that it's really easy to and also I've been having in the summertime, I've been having workshops for kids here, and in that sense their parents have been coming here and looking at their artwork, and so like really getting in touch with all different kinds of people. And that was also a reason for creating this space, because now I've been having a working grant, but that's not of course always possible. So I wanted to have we wanted to have a flexible space so that we can also organize workshops and stuff on a more reoccurring level when we need to. But yeah, it's yeah, I think it's quite easy with a small space, small city.
That's also interesting to hear. So there are benefits and then maybe some hindrances on both sides. I just wanted to read out some comments and in the chat. So this is addressed to Nakkikartano. Very interesting and great that you renovated old for cultural use. And I'm hoping to get my own renovation project just like this. And also information, nice example of artistic work in rural areas, working together with local art communities is also Seinäjoen Kuvataiteilijan project, and also Lapua and close cities organizing together Kuvataiteilijan project. And actually I could add, I know that there is the biennial in up north in Lapland, and they also have a residence, and they're a very, very tiny community, but very international with their biennial. Any other comments or questions now to any of these artists? Also for us to bring to Marjo, there were many nice examples also in her presentation on how finally the local people paid attention to what she was doing by the water. So the original idea didn't come out too well, but then, and also on the working conditions and what it is like to be an artist in the rural area from the PhD. So please look it up, and through us you get all the contact information, and if you want to approach to any of the speakers of today's webinars, we shared them on the chat, but we will be sharing them also by request if you wish. And anything, we have 5 minutes before I close, so any comments or anything still you want to add on behalf of Black Box Genesis or Nakkikartano, so the word is free. Doesn't seem like there is, so I'll be sharing the Kuvata information here. Let's see where my mouse is. So just a reminder of what Kuvata is. So it's a joint project between Tampere University of Applied Sciences and the University of Lapland. And we produce work packages together, and there will also be blog posts and articles as summaries of these webinars. All webinars will be published in video format, and the Finnish ones will have an English translation, and then the English ones will have subtitles in or transcriptions in English. And you can follow us on social media. Kuvata project has its own webpage that you see the address here. So project.tuni.fi/kuvata/ and you can follow us on LinkedIn with all the updated news, and also on social media where the University of Lapland, their Faculty of Art, has their own Instagram account, and we have our own Instagram account